On the streets extort me. So how would I ever let a crooked attorney and a coward ex-hype man extort me? I'm from the BX. Mr. Tyrone Blackburn, attorney at law, since you want the clout, we will finish you in court. The time of lawyers using their law license as a badge to extort people and destroy families with no evidence is over. I'm not the one. You've messed with the wrong one this time.
She's my mommy. She's my baby.
Joseph Fat Joe Cartagena. Holy. Holy. Wow. I guess we should get into this then, right? There's a little bit of drama, right? Okay, so Fat Joe's responding.
I love you so much. You're driving me crazy.
It's hard to say which is more off the hook, a Diddy party or a Diddy after party.
Wanna be down? Jump in the car. Now she was only 16, I had to nurture that.
Or a Diddy after party, which is basically a pre-party for the next Diddy party.
Rolling with me, I'll make you a star. Give us some growth, waited till I touch the cat.
Like Satan in the Bible.
Every time we was in the party, oh, he was throwing his champagne, his vodka in every picture. He was so we didn't know. We like, yo, he's a great guy. This is a great party. This is a great, yo, give me your clothes. I'ma rock it in the video, yo.
Now she was only 16, I had to nurture that.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Give us some growth, waited till I touched the cat. Now she was only 16, I had to nurture that.
That Fat Joe forced him to engage in over 4,000 sexual acts.
Now she was only 16, I had to nurture that.
Dixon says that Fat Joe was in multiple sexual relationships with minors in exchange for money.
Now she was only 16, I had to nurture that.
Dixon also alleges that Fat Joe purchased a BBL for a 15-year-old.
Now she was only 16, I had to nurture that.
What the story about Chiquita, the young girl? Well, what I will say about Chiquita, the 16-year-old girl that Joe was allegedly in love with.
Now she was only 16, I had to nurture that.
You knew you was gonna get it, didn't you? You know you had to fucked up, right? Well, if you didn't, somebody should have told you.
You know, Joe did whatever he was alleged to do. He played the audio of a song that I never heard where Fat Joe was bragging about having a 16-year-old girlfriend.
Now she was only 16, I had to nurture that.
Okay, waiting outside your hotel room door ready and waiting to get drugged and gang banged. And so you can watch your homeboys so you can look at and booty hole because your dick ain't long enough to reach nobody ball. All right, child, I open my door like, what the fuck is going on up here on this floor? I'm trying to get my beauty rest. What the fuck is going on here? Get home and clear this hallway slurping and slobbing on dick in the halls, decking the halls and balls, okay? And it wasn't even the Christmas holiday. Like in watching your homeboys let you tell your crew and your other fellow rappers that's freakazoids like you fuck other hoes at 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning off that shit. Not on my floor. Gaggle, that's why your fat ass got all kind of crimes and suing the fuck out of you and a bunch of lawsuits, lawsuits, and charges now on your fat ass. You sitting out here want to tell the bitch, put the police on you. You should have told them what where you ran.
Now she was only 16, I had to nurture that.
And terror squad, all right. Terrorizing booty holes and young olds. Gaggle back then, and you still doing it now. Alleged, yeah, right. Gaggle, you a nasty and you was doing it, you did it, and that's why they suing you and pressing charges on your fat ass now. That's why you trying to act like you innocent. You know I called the police on you for a reason.
Now she was only 16, I had to nurture that.
Joe.
Right, I was trying to say them that we gonna just tell the truth, tell you how it go. Damn right, I called the popo hoe and I'll do it again. Running around out here in these streets with titties longer than mine from DJ Khaled sucking on them. Kiss my
Told her she gonna have to work and she gonna get ahead.
Made a song bragging about doing his thing with a 16-year-old girl.
Then she drove me berserk when she gave me some head.
Let's get that right. You a demon dog. You a sex demon. You was them drunken and little young and I put the popos on your gag or to you and all them that was there with you. Wasn't by I was out of order and them young girls was in danger. I seen crimes being committed and I called the law.
She told me that she learned that from the porno flicks.
Gag or to just ask your hype man. He was there. Gag or to in that order. Look it up. In that order. I hope he take you for everything you got and all them young that you f***ing destroyed their lives too.
I said, mommy, stop talking, just suck on this dick.
Gag or because you did it. Alleged. Not alleged. I heard, I seen, I heard, and I called 911. Someone please call 911. This getting and drugged with Fat Joe in this hall. Get the law up here fast.
Now, to all the niggas out there that I know that rock with Joe, how y'all rock with him after that?
I ain't say her name yet, so let's say she nothing.
As far as I was concerned, them slut puppies were in danger. Okay, gag order in that order. Criminal activity was going on, and your fat ass should have went to jail without the bail. That's where you should have went.
Now watch me turn this nothing into something, get it?
You and your crew didn't mean to. No good. I seen and I heard you, bitch. Gag when I saw a bunch of young freakazoids in danger, and I said, no, ma'am, Pam, and not on my watch. Clear this all in that order. You remember how I walked out there with my hair wrapped up like a queen? It's still wrapped up like a queen now. Locks on deck. Gag order, baby, when I came out there in that hall with my long, beautiful silk nightgown all the way to the floor. Gag order looking like a goddess. Okay, and I seen all them in danger on the hall in the hall on my floor. I told them to clear that hall. Get from in front of them doors.
Mommy, get in that kitchen. This is free base.
Waiting to get and drugged and beat the up and kicked out on their head. Get home! 911 is on the way and I went to dialing emergency number. In that order, I was saving lives. Like I'm still doing now. Gag order in that order, putting up on game. Don't trust these. Don't trust these. Don't trust no fat ass. Okay, smelling like Porky the Pig. Get your own shit and let them know that these with a raw bitch. With a head on the shoulder knows how it goes when it's time to let them get gone and to call 911. Get the law up here to lock them up.
Now she was only 16, I had to nurture that.
Never, always pushing for the doubt. Hit a left and a right fist right to their mouth. I was never cocky figure till I started stacking figures. How you make a cocky nigga give him all the traffic? Always humble, but I got a couple bad habits. Set the numbers adding zero to these mathematics. Get you talking different, walking like you gang banging.
Salute to the can, salute to the Ville. Drop a like, drop a comment. Hey yo, pack it up, Joe. Pack it up, Joe, because that was a real song. See, we could have said there was AI and all that. See, we in the world of AI, right? Everybody blaming everything on AI with all these files and everything going now. But see, we always known, see, since I was a kid, since I was a teenager, it's always been up for Fat Joe. He's always been a lummy, a lame. There's always been stories of him doing weird-ish since the days of Pun. And let's just be real, if Pun never went, Fat Joe wouldn't be nothing. He stole everything. We don't even have a Pun movie because of this fucking lummy. This dude was known for doing nasty, dirty things. I had told you before on this channel. I've said it before. Listen, they try to blame culture or they try to blame some shit when you have a 30-something-year-old guy sitting there hitting on females. I was in high school sitting there seeing all these fucking old Puerto Rican and Dominican dudes and sitting here hitting on the girls our age. We're like, what the fuck is going on? But she was only 16. You had to nurture that. Why? Because you look like a fat at that time. Just because now. Why do you think he looked the way that he looked now? Ozempic Joe. Crooked knees, looking like a flamingo when he walk, knees all back-ended and shit like that. He can't even walk straight. Why you think that is? Because his body, his soul is tainted. It's trash. We just waiting. The countdown is just waiting till he go, along with the rest of them. Fat Joe has always been a hoe. Fat Joe has always been a groupie to the game. Fat Joe has always just been just enough, but never the great. He's never been a GOAT. He's not a legend in this shit. Name me a Fat Joe record by himself. Outside of Lean Back. That DJ Khaled or nobody else put him on. He's a hoe. He's a hoe. He was always just a feature on somebody else's song. If it wasn't for Pun, rest in peace, going away, And don't give me none of this shit about Pun and his wife and all this shit like that. And, man, we all know, they bang out. They banged out with each other, but that's their relationship. That's on them. Guess what? Pun took care of his family when he was alive, and that was his responsibility. I don't give a shit that you discovered him. He was hotter than you. He was hotter than you. To this day, we play one song to this day. It's like the national fucking Boricua of New York anthem. As soon as that fucking drop it, like as soon as that shit drop, mi gente, dun, 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 dun. As soon as that shit drop, Fat Joe, what do we know you for? Outside of you hoeing out Remy Ma to Mike Tyson, outside of you being a hoe behind the scenes, outside of you being a hoe for Diddy, outside of you being a hoe for Jay-Z, ain't you signed to Rock Nation now? Jadakiss, why you there? Jadakiss, run away, because your legendary status is gonna be tainted by this freaking flamingo-legged fucking creep. He a creep. You can't tell me that the bars was what somebody gonna say, oh, I wrote that and I was young too. I was young. No, you wasn't, bro. No, you wasn't, because when you read the lyrics is just as crazy as what I played in the intro. Just as crazy as when you played it in the intro. That she was only 16. You had to nurture that. You gave her some growth. I'm not gonna read it verbatim because no. You had to nurture that. At this time, you were probably already 30. You were like 50-something years old. So what age were you at this point? You had to nurture that. You gave her some growth. Waited till you touched the cat, you nasty, creepy bro. And we know at this time you couldn't even see over your fucking your fucking camel hump, that you had. You and DJ Khaled were known for like the camel humps of the industry, bro. Y'all were like forever pregnant. So you can't tell me that you not a creep, bro. You the dude that we don't leave around our kids. That's what you look like. You still look like that. You flamingo-legged creep. Ain't trying to get demonetized on this one, bro. You told her she gonna have to work and she wanna get ahead. Alright? Then she drove you berserk when she gave you, bro, from a 16-year-old? From a 16-year-old? She told, yo, you had Hassan was talking about it. She told you that she learned that from the porno flicks. I said, mommy, stop talking. Just S on this. You didn't even say her name yet, so you calling her nothing. Now watch you turn this nothing into something. You said, mommy, get in that kitchen. This is free base. Just cook it till it's hard, then cut it in A. So you made this little girl. If we using the lyrics, listen, we know Joe be capping about a lot of things, but there be truths in his cap. All right, there be truths in his cap. So he made this little girl, all right? You know what I'm saying? Cut the work up, all right? Then you took a trip across town to see True, all right? You self-snitching, all right? Just get the money, don't listen that he cute, weird. See all this money we got, we going shopping, Louis Vuitton, and pussy, we got it popping. We hit the club on some click shit. See the respect that you're getting just from being my... Look, see them, they sick, they want to be in your shoes. No, they looking at you and they say, why she look younger than you? Why she look younger than you? And that's always been your story, Fat Joe. You were married to a chick. I'm sorry, miss, but you're weak to sit there and have stayed with that man. If you're still with him, you're just as alumni as him. Because with all these files coming out, all right, if we don't think that Fat Joe was not sitting here, clicking up with Diddy, doing the Diddy parties after the Diddy parties after the Diddy parties because he wanted to be part of the clique. See, that's what y'all don't see. Fat Joe's forever glazing Jay-Z, forever glazing Diddy. It only stopped recently. And it's still hinted in there. He thinks he's untouchable. A lot of these guys think they're untouchable. They see a certain thing. He told a story one time about Rock Nation's lawyers and all that shit. But look what happened in the Rock Nation right now. Look at how things are starting to get exposed right now. I haven't even dived into that yet. But I'm letting it all unfold from the Tory Lanez, and you try to speak on the Tory Lanez shit. Fat Joe, we don't wanna hear nothing. Your show, your show is literally built on Jada. It's not you. We only laugh at your caps, bro. We only laugh at your caps and your crooked knees. We laugh at your caps and your crooked knees. Nobody respects you in this game. Do you think our generation respects you? We didn't respect you back then. What makes you think you want respect now? You had a couple of anthems, and then listen. I was on the side of 50 when he dropped Piggy Bank, and I never liked Fat Joe. He's always been a hoe to me, and I can't wait to see the day that this lawsuit that y'all keep ignoring. Do you understand? This is still an active lawsuit. He's just like Diddy and Jay-Z. He's on the low end totem pole. Nobody gives a fuck. But we gonna sit there and clip it up and we gonna show y'all. Cause Fat Joe will forever be a hoe. And it's time that this nigga get buried under the cell, gang.
Never, always pushing for the doubt. Hit a left and a right fist right to their mouth. I was never cocky figure till I started stacking figures. How you make a cocky nigga give him all the traffic? Always humble, but I got a couple bad habits. Set the numbers adding zeros to these mathematics. Get you talking different, walking like you gang banging.